Today's video is all about creative testing, why you're most likely doing it the wrong way, how to do it the right way so you waste less money on Facebook ads and can spend more money scaling your Facebook ads. So I would say let's get right into the video. You are approaching creative testing the wrong way. Let me explain. The old way, or how most people are doing creative testing, is they have a separate testing campaign first of all. The test, blindly, quote unquote, they just find new creatives which they think could be a winner. They test it, and what they think is more tests are better because then I can find more winners. The way that most people do creative testing, at least at the current stage when it comes to advertising, is that they have one ABO campaign where they put all of their tests in there. They just force spend on tests, they just run an ABO and spend thousands of dollars on testing, and most of these tests fail. Then they find one ad which gets a high ROAS, they put it in their scaling campaign, and then eventually it just crashes. Now it doesn't, whole account crashes, and they run themselves. How can I scale Facebook ads are not working for me? So how can you kind of overcome that? How can you test creatives in a way that benefits you and Facebook so that you waste less money, that you find better winners, and that Facebook is more happy, quote unquote, with your account? So that's the new way. First of all, there are a couple of questions that we need to ask ourselves, which will then help us determine what type of ads we need to create. And if we know which types of ads we need to create, we can find winners way easier. So the first question that you have to ask yourself is, which funnel stage do I need ads for, right? And the way you do this, the way you find out which funnel stage you need ads for is by analyzing the CPMs and the frequency of your current existing media mix or creative mix that you're currently running. Are you having a lot of ads with low CPMs and low frequencies, or are you having a lot of ads with high CPMs and high frequencies? Low CPM plus low frequency usually means top of the funnel or prospecting, whereas high CPMs plus high frequency means middle of funnel, bottom of funnel ads. I have a separate video about that, which I've linked right here, which you can check out, which is all about retargeting, frequency analysis, and that type of stuff. But essentially understand, do you need middle of funnel, top of the funnel, or bottom of the funnel ads? That's the first thing that you have to answer for yourself. So which funnel stage do we need ads for? And then what type of creatives are we missing? A lot of brands rely on one or two types of creatives. Most brands have prospecting videos, and then they have like middle of funnel, bottom of funnel ads, like image ads, right? But I think that's the wrong way to approach Facebook ads. I think in every funnel stage, there are people who react to video ads, there are people who react to image ads, there are people who react to GIFs, etc., even carousels, right? So second question, you identify which type of funnel stage do you need ads for, and then you identify which creative type is missing in your media mix. So maybe you have a great prospecting ad, you have a great retargeting ads. Every single one of these ads is a video ad. So now you can start testing image ads, which start at the prospecting level, then go to the middle of funnel level, bottom of funnel level, and you start identifying, or you get more stability because those different creative types reach different people. And by reaching more people at the same spend level, you can scale up more, right? It's really as simple as that. So first question again, which funnel stages do we need ads for, and then what creative type are we missing? And if you already have a good media mix, again, that question is kind of easy to answer. Then you just, I would start with video because they are most likely the best way to introduce new concepts or to test new concepts. Then second thing, do we test a concept or do we need to iterate? Maybe you currently have a prospecting ad which is starting to decline in performance due to getting tons of spend, hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if you don't have ads which spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, click the first link in the description. That's exactly what we do. We create ads that spend at least $100,000 or more on Facebook ads, profitably. If you are in need of that, click the first link in the description. But yeah, let's get back to the video. So do we test a concept or do we iterate? Let's say you have a great prospecting ad that's starting to decrease in performance. Then we may just need to create a second version or a better version of that ad which is declining in performance to get the performance back up. Or, is everything going in the right way, but at a certain threshold, your spend just crashes, then you may need to test a new concept. That could be, for example, you have a men's ad, which is currently crushing it at prospecting. You maybe need a women's ad as well, which is crushing it for prospecting to be able to scale up. It could be that you need, another video, another image. For example, you launch your first image at prospecting. It could be that you simply need a different concept. Maybe you're running a 3 reasons why ad. Maybe you introduce a storytelling ad to the whole media mix, which again goes for different kinds of people, essentially, even though it's still a prospecting ad, technically speaking. So those are the questions that you have to ask yourselves. Which funnel stages do we need ads for? What type of creatives are we missing? Do we need to test a concept or do we need to iterate? And then based on that, you launch your tests in a full funnel campaign approach. I have a separate video about the full funnel campaign approach. If you don't know how that works, check that out. And then you make decisions based on spend and not ROAS. Also ROAS, get that completely out of your equation. CPA is a way better metric to focus on, but you make a decision based on spend. And because we're running a full funnel campaign, we're making decisions based on campaign CPA and spend. So if you launch a test, if it's not getting spent, it's most likely not good enough to deserve spend. If it's getting a lot of spend, then it's most likely a winner. And that's how really simple it is to run creative tests without wasting a lot of money. You identify what type of funnel stage do you need ads for, what types of creatives are missing in your ad account. If you need to test a concept, what do you need to iterate? You create those ads, and then if it's not getting spent, you didn't lose money, and you can be sure that this wouldn't work at scale. With the old ABO approach, you would force spend, and then you would find out it's not working. Again, you let Facebook make the decision. If it's not getting spent, it's not deserving spend. And then because you're running a full funnel campaign, you make your decision-making process on the overall campaign CPA. That's super important. You don't make a decision based on an ad set CPA or even ad CPA. You make it on the whole campaign CPA. And that's how we run creative testing here at Turn Vertical. Again, if you're interested in getting ads, getting new creative inputs, click the first link in the description, book a free audit call with us. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you could take some value out of it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.